everyone. We are going to set the mood and set the table with our next segment. Monique Taylor Yee Shui is here. Love that. To share how to use the color of the year palette in your table setting. And if anyone was going to do it, it was going to be Mo, because you love color, you embrace color, you lean into it all the time.
I do.
Gorgeous table. There's so much to talk about, but let's start with the tablecloth.
Yes, so we have this beautiful table and chairs from IKEA. And so I wanted to start with a blank canvas, and so I found this. This is very similar to the New Age color, so found that to be a great canvas for our beautiful tablescape.
And is it linen?
Yes,
it's got a nice crushed feel to it.
Exactly. And then I started pulling things together, right?
Yeah.
For this particular tablescape, I loved the colors that were just, you wouldn't think of them going together, and I was like, I love it, and it's so bold, and so I wanted to play around. And so with this particular table setting, for example, like I have these bowls that are like that Starry Night blue.
That is very vibrant.
Right?
And I look at that and I think, oh my gosh, like the 80s, this is when we were doing these really bold colors all put together.
Yes, exactly.
But when I look back, I'm like, ooh, we should have been doing it like this. Like this looks a lot better than what we had back then. But it is cyclical, right?
Exactly.
We're right back where we used to be.
It's like fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and so then I paired that with the salad plate that was very along the lines of the Savannah green.
Yes.
And then we have our dinner plate, which is that cinnamon, right? So I'll hold it up there and just, you would not think inherently that these would actually go together, but I just love the way that they pair together beautifully. And then we have our napkin. So our napkin is in our color of the year, which is our raspberry blush.
Yep.
And then we have our seafoam green here in our napkin ring, which I love. Again, colors that you wouldn't necessarily think that would go together, that they pull together. And then again, staying with that Savannah green, it has a lot of gold tones in it, right?
Okay.
And so I love my gold tableware.
And that's your gold tableware,
yes, this is mine that I brought from home.
Yeah.
Gold, brass can work along with it. And then there's also this very deep chocolate brown, like it's wenge, right?
Yes.
And so we have our stemware.
So I love the stemware because we're seeing a lot of tinted stemware, but it's just tinted.
Yes.
It's just enough.
Yes,
you know, it's not opaque. It's just a hint.
Right.
Was the goal here, was the challenge here, Monique, use every single color in the palette in this table? Because I can't believe you were able to incorporate like all the colors.
Exactly. That was the challenge I wanted to. And so we have our candles again, along with that wenge color, and then we have the color of the year again pulled in with the candlesticks. And so I just love incorporating all those pieces.
If we're talking color psychology, it's interesting because it almost feels a little bit, I said 80s, but also even a bit of that 70s, that browns and the oranges and the harvest yellows that were very in back then. And I feel like when we go back like that, it's because people need to lean on their nostalgia.
Exactly.
The world feels maybe a little bit scary, so it's like, let's go back and go to those places of comfort. So really beautiful. Now, when it comes to actually putting every single color from the palette on the table, you were able to do that with the actual food that you might be incorporating into the meal. So how'd you do that?
Of course. So, of course, you could also bring it in with your serving dishes, but if you know me, my friends know that when I have dinner parties or I'm pulling a tablescape, I always have to have some type of sweet good that's rolled into it.
Yeah.
And so we have these lovely apples. So they're candied apples, if you will. They're really, it's white chocolate. And then we have all the colors from the new palette brushed on there. And so I can't toot my own horn here. I had the concept.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, you made those, Mo?
No,
you didn't. No. I feel like you could. You've made everything.
I know my limitations, too, and baking and goods are not it. That's why I lean on my girl cakestries.
Yes.
And so Chantel pulled those together beautifully. And again, that's how you can incorporate the palette. And I got the bowls, the plates, and the glasses and whatnot. That all came from CB2. And of course, for me, I would definitely buy this all and have it in my house, even though I have no storage for it. I would still do that. But if it's a thing that you want to kind of do it as a one-time thing and have a dinner party, you can rent them. You can go to rental companies. There's local rental companies. You may think, oh, it's for these grand events, weddings, etc. But no, you can actually rent them for a small party. I did it for my mom's 70th birthday last year. And you could just rent in the palette that you have, and then at the end of the night. You don't have to worry about washing. You know, clean them up a little bit, of course.
Yeah.
But they'll just pick them up and take care of it for you.
It is a good thing to consider.
Yeah.
And even if it is a party for 4 or 6 or 8, you can get everything from the dishware, the flatware, even the chairs and the tables. So you can really make it a beautiful affair if that's what you want to do. Gorgeous job, Mo. Thank you for that. We're headed to break. We got more coming up. Stay with us. Very nice.